Hello you guys, welcome back to Pajamalates. My name's Gina if we haven't met before. I'm a Pilates instructor here in New York City, and today we are going to get some quick movement in on our mats in our comfy clothes because that is what we do here. Today is going to be an upper body series focused on arms, abs, a little bit of back in there. So I'm going to be using my Pilates ball and my 3-pound Bala hand weights. Option to use just one of the props, option to use none of the props. Body weight is always available to you. So go ahead, grab your props, roll out your mat, and let's get started. Place your hand weights at the top of your mat, just so they're ready for you. Ball is gonna be in between your inner thighs, right above your knees here. And you're just gonna meet me in a downward dog to get started. So feel that squeeze on the ball between your inner thighs. Press it back. Feel that nice stretch. We're gonna lean forward, grabbing one weight. You're gonna bring that weight to your opposite foot, coming back to center, switching sides here. Just getting that full body moving. Last 4. Squeezing your core while you're here. Last 3. Last 2. Keeping a slight bend in your elbows. Last one each side. And dropping your weights, holding that ball between your legs. Squeeze your core nice and tight. Think about squeezing that lower core. Just holding this down dog. Lift your hips nice and high to the ceiling. We go into some dolphin push-ups here. So lowering your elbows, go wide. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Feeling this in your shoulders, starting to feel in your arms light up here. Last 6. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Pressing it all the way up. Sinking back into your heels. Oh, my neck wasn't in my mouth. And dropping your knees down onto the mat here. Keep holding that ball between your thighs. What that's doing here is it not only is working your inner thighs, but it's working that lower core to keep your legs nice and still. You're gonna grab onto just one weight. Whatever hand is on the ground, I want you to keep a nice slight bend in that arm. Grabbing onto that one weight, reach that arm forward, bending it back up towards the ceiling for 8. Core is tight. Anytime we're in a tabletop, in a plank, that core should be engaged. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Last 4. 3. 2. We hold it back. Last 1. Kick that forearm back for that tricep kick back for 8. 7. Elbow stays glued to your side here. 6. Whatever arm is on the mat should also feel some work here, keeping that slight bend in your elbow. Last 4. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. I just caught myself scrunching everything up. Last 2. We're gonna kick it back and hold it there. Last 1, hold. You pulse for 8. 7, squeeze your core. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1, bring that arm down. We're gonna open it out towards the side and bring it right back in. Think of it being like a wing here for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Feel those muscles in your back squeezing. Feel those shoulder blades squeezing together. Last 1, bringing it in and rolling those shoulders down your back. Squeeze, arch your spine, look up towards the ceiling. You're gonna take that arm, final thing on this side. You sweep it under your body, squeeze, lift and open. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze it and open. Feeling your obliques engaging here. Feeling both arms working. That arm that's on the mat is working, bending and straightening your body, helping you lift up off the mat. Final 4. Last 3. Keep squeezing that ball. Feel your lower core engage. Last 2. And last one. Bringing that weight to the mat. Sink back into your child's pose. Let your head hang for a second here. And moving on to the other side. So again, staying in that tabletop, ball is still in between your thighs. Squeeze it, readjust how you need to. The weight goes in your opposite arm. We're in that tabletop position. Start by squeezing your core, belly button to spine, rib cages hugged together. That arm with the arm that's on the mat, keeping that slight bend. Try not to stack those joints, right? Keeping that slight bend is gonna help that arm engage your biceps and triceps. Opposite arm has the weight. You sweep it forward, lengthen it long. Exhale, bend that elbow up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. 7. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Keep engaging that core at 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. We hold it back. Last one, holding it back. We go into that tricep kick back, kicking it back, resisting it in for 8. 7. 6. Squeeze your core. 5. 4. We hold it back in 3. In 2. In 1. Holding it back. It's a pulse for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Bringing that arm down to the mat. Flying that arm out to the side. Bring it right back in for 8. 7. 6. We're out of this tabletop after this. It's 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Slowly lowering it down. We're gonna go into that thread the needle, I guess we can call it. You thread it down and under. Squeeze, open and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press yourself, opening your chest. Last 6. Breathe, feel both arms working, feel that core working, obliques are working to twist you open. Last 4. 3. Last 2. Last one, bringing it down. We are going to flip over onto your back. Make sure you have both weights accessible near you, whatever it may be. We are going to lie down on your back here. We're gonna go into a shoulder bridge. So that ball is still between your inner thighs. You're gonna squeeze. So it's good. You're gonna be like, this is a glute bridge. They are the same, but I want you to focus on squeezing through your core, rolling your core off the mat rather than just lifting your hips up. So think about, you're gonna drop your weights for a second while we really articulate this. Tuck that tailbone under. You start by peeling your tailbone, your glutes off the mat, lifting lower back, middle back, upper back, feeling it in that core. And as you lower down upper back, roll it down, middle back, lower back. So it should feel like a worm peeling up, lowering down. So let's go right back into that. Arms go up, weights in hand, peeling your spine to lift, slowly lowering it down. Peel it up and lower down. Next time you peel it up, arms go overhead. Arms lift as your hips lower. Slow and controlled. Last 4. You should feel it in that deep core here. Last 3. Especially as you lower those arms up overhead, feeling that core activate, feel those arms working. Last 2. We're gonna hold everything up. Last 1 here. Lifting your arms up overhead. Squeeze your core, hug your rib cage together, squeeze on that ball a little bit tighter. You're gonna give me that chest press. Squeeze to lift for 8, 7. Obviously hitting my closet door, 6, 5. Squeeze your core, 4, 3. We lower everything down in 2. And 1, lower everything down, hips come down, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Ball between your ankles, feet are up towards the ceiling, arms are up towards the ceiling, weights in your hand. Actively point your toes, squeeze on that ball. You're gonna feel this in your lower core. Your opposite arm lifts up and over to tap that opposite foot for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Trying to reach the outside of that foot for 3. Last 2. Last 1. We're gonna hold on each side. Hold one side. You pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Switching sides here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze on that ball. Feel your core. Last 2. And 1. Slowly lowering down. Arms come up towards the ceiling. Knees come into that tabletop position. Toes tap down and lift. You're gonna bring that right arm down and lift. Toes tap, lift, left arm back and lift. Isolating those arms here. Trying to keep your lower back pressed on the mat as you lower those legs down, tapping the ground. Squeeze to lift, alternating arms. Last 4. Breathe, core is tight. 3. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, last 2. And last 1 here. We're lifting your head, neck, and shoulders, lifting those arms to your sides. You're just gonna pulse that chest up an inch, down an inch for 8. Palms to the ceiling, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We hold everything up, just hold, squeeze it here, pulse your arms up an inch, down an inch for 8. Breathe, 7. Squeeze on that ball, feel that lower core, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Can you bring your arms in an inch, out an inch for 8, 7. Squeeze everything, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering everything down. Breathe. You're gonna come up onto your forearms. Quick core burnout, quick upper body burnout, and then we'll be done. I promise you that. So up on your arms, ball between your ankles, calves, whatever you want to call it. You're just gonna lift those knees and tap. Same thing we did while we were lying down. It's just that now our upper body is sitting up tall, feeling that lower core engage a little bit differently here. Last 6. 5, moving nice and slow. Keep that bend in your knees. Last 3, try not to just drop your heels down. You're lowering from your core. Last 4, 3, 2, holding those knees up. Last one, holding them up. You straighten out and bring it in for 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4. Feel that core burning. Squeezing on that ball. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, hold it out, just pulse on that ball. If you don't have the ball, just pulse your heels in an inch, out an inch for 8. 7, can you lower your legs 1 more inch? 6. Try not to sink into your shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, coming up to a seated position. Ball goes to the side. We finish out with an arm burnout because, you know, I love nothing more than an arm burnout. Okay. Roll your shoulders up and back, bringing those knuckles together, hands are gripping those hand weights, elbows are out, drop your shoulders away from your ears, press your arms out 1 more inch like you're hugging a beach ball, opening out wide, exhale, bringing it in. Last 7, breathe, sweating. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, dropping those arms to your side. Left arm stays down, right arm punches up and over. Feel those obliques coming back through center. Switching sides here for 8, 7. Feeling those obliques, feeling those arms as you lift up and over. Last 6. It should feel somewhat of a stretch in that side body, in addition to a nice little burnout in your arms and your obliques. Last 4. Shoulders away from your ears. Last 3. Last 2. Oh, this is last 2. And last one on each side. Bringing your elbows to your sides, palms face the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen that right arm long. Exhale, bring it in. We switch arms. Alternating arms here. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together each time that elbow comes in. Last 6. Nice and slow, it's 5. Feel this in your back. Last 4 as you bring those elbows behind your body. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And extend your arms long, lifting those elbows in line with your shoulders. Exhale, curl it in for that bicep curl. Inhale, lengthen, keeping your elbows lifted here. 7, 6. You guys, we're almost done. I don't know how 20 minutes has already passed. Like, I didn't mean for that to happen. Sometimes we just get carried away because movement feels good, and that's the whole point of this, right? Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, we hold that 90-degree bend, tapping your forearms in front of you, opening out wide for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're gonna hold that goal pose to burn it out. Last 2. Last one, you hold it here. It's a pulse. It's a pulse for 8, 7. Feel all those shoulders burning. 6. Core is tight while we sit here. 5, 4. We drop everything in 3, in 2, in 1. Drop everything down. Oh, hands on your knees. Roll your shoulders up and back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Inhale, arch your spine forward. Exhale, round out your spine. Inhale, arching it forward. Exhale, rounding it out. Whew, that is it, you guys. 20-minute upper body series, arms, abs, back. Awesome work. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into Pajamalates. If you liked today's video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you guys back on the mat tomorrow. Cheers!